I'm still trying to find internet at this closed down mall. So I'm outside of the cell phone store, or I guess the cell data plan store. They have an internet connection here. So yeah, so I was thinking about something else that Luke Grumman said about the asset bubble having a lot to do with taxes. This is Brian Lewis with MMT Investing, and things just changed. So yeah, if you look at a bunch of the taxes have to do with capital gains on with property tax, and the stock market on a continuous bull run and the property prices way up, it makes for really high property taxes, capital gains taxes. So when those revert, hold on, let me take my hater blockers off, because I couldn't see any of y'all haters the whole time. Yeah, like especially on the state level, if property prices start coming down, that is going to really bring down the state property tax revenue. So I was just thinking about what kind of effect that might have. And I mean, if the government doesn't want to institute new taxes, I mean, they really have to resort to inflation to collect all of the taxes that they need. So that's kind of the outlook of what I was thinking relative to, you know, taxes and the asset bubble. They're highly connected, and please hit that like button right now to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. So just one more thing to think about that most people aren't considering while this asset bubble comes down. And I was looking at inflation, if they're going to try to use that to make up for lost tax revenue. And I don't see any inflation risk during the crash for the next month and a half, because inflation is, it's going to be deflation during the crash. And then there might be a little bit of inflation during the next little expansion for the next 3 or 4 months after the crash. But if it's a long-term bear market for 2 or 3 years, that would reduce the effect of inflation until you get kind of down to the bottom of the everything bubble, kind of reverse off the everything bubble. And then the real expansion, once you get to the bottom, is when inflation could get really big. So that was my outlook at another reason that inflation might happen, and the timeline of inflation and how it affects, how the asset bubble affects the property taxes. So cheers.